Hi there, it's Nick Johnson, the owner of your Anytime Fitness, and just wanted to thank you. I know a bunch of you got a survey recently, and I wanted to take some time to go over some of the feedback we got from the survey and answer some questions that a lot of members had, especially regarding some of the restrictions, and just share with you a few of the things that we're sort of planning as we go forward. So, first off, I just wanted to say, thank you for your feedback. We really, really appreciate it. We know these regulations are really frustrating for you, and I can promise you they are equally as frustrating and stressful for myself and Jen and our staff as well. So from the bottom of my heart, I do want to say thank you for being patient and flexible and being as understanding as you possibly can with these restrictions and new regulations. They tend to happen quickly. We tend to not get a lot of lead time, so we generally have to kind of react quickly, and 99% of our members have been really understanding about it, and I know it impacts your routines. So again, thank you so much for your patience there. So with the survey that went out, we had lots of great feedback. By far the majority was good feedback, which is always nice to get, but it's also really important to focus on some of the things that we can work on, so some of that negative feedback or constructive criticism. So I kind of wanted to share some of that and let you know what we're doing. First off, health authorities are being really strict right now and taking a one-by-one approach with gyms for the most part. So that means they're spot checking a lot and they're shutting gyms down. For example, locally, we've seen Club 16 shut down, we've seen Good Life shut down, we've seen Gold's Gym shut down, we've seen Fitness World shut down. So we're going to do everything to the T of the regulations for two reasons. Our priority is to keep you and our staff safe, and we will never compromise that, and we will always be extra safe as opposed to trying to ride the fine line. And then two, our second priority is to keep the gym open for you to have a place to work out, but also so that our staff can continue to receive a paycheck. That's really important, and it's a lot of stress on them to be wondering every week if there's going to be a shutdown of the gym, and they have to worry about how they're going to pay rent. So a lot of times, remember that you abiding by the rules isn't just about you; it's also about the staff having jobs and things like that. And I know most of you understand that, and again, we really, really appreciate it. So first off, the gym reservation system, it's a pain, I know. The positive feedback there has been that it was actually easier to use than many people thought it might be, but I get it. It changes the routine. Two of the feedbacks that we have, or two of the amount of feedback that we're getting, is one, that it's hard to book the times that you want. I know, I feel your pain. We're limited on capacity. Again, as soon as things change, we will change that. We're equally as frustrated by having to use the system as you are. We spent a lot of money to create a capacity app, the live gym usage app, that was just working great, or well, let's say it was just working fine and keeping us from having to use a reservation system. We'll go back to that as soon as we're allowed to. So some feedback is some people want longer sessions, and they don't find the 75-minute sessions long enough. The problem with that is, if you lengthen the sessions, you have fewer sessions during the day. So if we lengthen the sessions, it means the chances of you getting a time are quite a bit less, because there'll be fewer sessions over the day. Some people want shorter sessions so that there can be more sessions during the day and help more people. What we chose was to kind of go in the middle to try and do and provide the best workouts for the most amount of people. So 75 minutes is where we landed. For most people, it seems to be working, but I get it. For some people, it's not perfect, but please have patience. This is temporary only. We're going to go back. There's light at the end of the tunnel, and we're going back to normal operations, sooner rather than later. So just hang in there. We really do appreciate it. The 24 hours, we have weekly meetings with Dr. Bonnie Henry on the 24-hour thing. Because, from our perspective, it actually spreads out the amount of capacity in the gym, so it's actually helping us. She's thinking it over and getting back to us. Myself and the other Anytime Fitness owners are sharing a lot of information and check-in data. And the Anytime Fitnesses have been extremely well received in terms of low to no cases, those sorts of things, whereas, the big box gyms have been shut down because they've been having some cases. So we have a strong standpoint to be able to ask to go back to 24 hours. As soon as we can, I will do it immediately and notify you. So know that we're working hard on that one, because again, I know that's interrupting some of our members' routine, and it's frustrating for us as well. It's a big part of who we are, and our model for the gym is to be 24 hours. So we know that. And the last thing is, try to remember to be courteous with other members. We're all under a lot of stress. None of us like wearing masks in the gym. None of us like having to book into a reservation system. So, people are kind of at the end of their rope sometimes. So what that means is, it's 8 feet now. That's one of the new ones. So you'll see the markings in the gym are different. Try and respect that, and remember that if we get spot checked, they're just going to walk in and look for people that aren't 8 feet apart. So try to respect where the lines are in the gyms, and respect each other's sort of distance, and that's going to help us stay safe and keep us open. Also, again, masks on at all times everywhere. 99% of our members are great with this. Continue to wipe down your equipment, continue to sanitize your hands when you come in and throughout your workout. And if you do see another member who's not following the rules, it's really important 2 things. One is, don't approach them, approach us. Let us handle that. Nothing really good comes from a member approaching another member for breaking the rules. Again, everyone's kind of at their end of the rope with the stress these days. So please do let us know, because it's important that we know. And we will handle it. We will get in touch with them. If we have to levy a fine, we will. If we have to suspend a membership, we will. These rules are really important to keep the gym open right now. And as I said, 99% of you are abiding by them. And we're very, very lucky to have all you as our members, and to be so passionate about the gym and to send us that much feedback. It's been really spectacular over the last few days, both the positive and the stuff that we can work on. We need it all. So thank you very much there. When it comes to using equipment, try not to hog the equipment while you're in there in your scheduled time, whether it's a squat rack or other pieces of equipment, or maybe you're supersetting. I love supersetting. It's kind of how I do my workouts. But I'm conscious now that if it's a busy gym, I'm not going to be supersetting. I'm going to have to be conscious of other people's time. If it's not busy, then that's totally fine. But just be conscious of other members and what they're going to need to get to, and just be courteous and give everyone a little bit extra patience. I think we could all use that these days. So a few other things, just continue to bear with us here. We're doing our best, and my staff has been amazing. We've asked them to change their hours dramatically in order to stay open. They've had to do a lot of different things, change on the fly, and they're really working hard. And so I know sometimes you might get frustrated with the regulations. Please try not to take it out on the staff. They're really just trying their best. And I think if you step back, you can really see that most times people are upset purely because of the regulations. And the downside is we have to keep those, otherwise we risk getting shut down. So the good news after all this is the end is in sight. I'll leave you with this. So the UK is a great example of what we're heading towards. So they hit their peak cases over the 3rd wave in January, which is just when their max vaccinations started. Within 8 weeks, they were at 50% of the population, and their cases plummeted to the point now where they're in the process of opening up stadiums to play in. So our peak was about 2 weeks ago. Our vaccination rate right now, we're at about 28% of adults in British Columbia have gotten 1 shot at least. So by mid to late May, we'll be in that 50%. And by the mid to late May, we should start to see the cases start to drop fairly dramatically. So I think that, by the time we get to late spring, early summer, it's going to be a lot to be positive about out there. It's just going to be a bit of a bumpy ride for the next few weeks. So please do stay patient with us. Know that we're going to open things up as soon as we possibly can. And the reason sometimes we're strict is simply because we want to keep the gym open. Anyway, we really appreciate everything. A huge shout out to my staff because they're so fantastic. We're lucky to have them. And a massive thank you to you, the members. The overwhelming amount of feedback we got just shows how passionate you are about fitness and about the gym. And we really appreciate that. We're so lucky to have you. Anyway, have a great day. I hope you got out to enjoy the nice weather. I think we're going to get some rain soon. So back to the spring weather. But, the summer's just around the corner, and not only the good weather, but lots of good news coming in the next few months. So we'll talk to you and update you again as we have more updates. All right. Thanks again. Take care. Bye-bye.